Welcome back to Office 365 training. We're going to go down our list because there's a lot more to do. So next thing is adding licenses. So if you don't want to miss next video, there's going to be more for sure. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much. Let's get into this video right now. Before we begin, please take a moment to say hi, hello, or present. It's sort of like a roll call in the class. That way I know you're present and you're interested in this type of content in the comments below. Thank you so much, and let's get back to the video. This is very important because Office 365 gives you different licenses depending who it is. If it's a manager, he may have to get a different license. If it's a tech guy, IT guy, one of us guys, then he may have to get a different license. Or if it's just a user, he may get a totally, very limited license, just to use the office basically. So this is a educational version of Office Admin Center that Microsoft gave me. So the options I have is A1 for faculty and A1 for students. We're going to assume faculty is on manager level, right? So we're going to select that just for the sake of simplification, right? You can also create a user without a product license, but it's not recommended because they will not have any access. Now, if you're preparing to hire somebody who might get hired, but we're not sure, you can be proactive and create this, but it's really not a big deal. I wouldn't bother. Like I'm just saying is you can create a user without giving them any licenses and just to be proactive, but I wouldn't bother. Anyways, you just in general, you want to give them a license. So pick whatever is available and whatever is appropriate. If you don't know, ask. And we're going to expand down here, and I'm going to show you what we selected here for faculty. If we click, this is all licenses, right? If you click it here and select for faculty, these are all things that are available, and I can remove or add access to all of these things right here. And that's fine. It's going to look different for a business that you get hired at, and that's fine. You just, if you want to double check with them, that's fine, you can do that. So I'm just going to click next. I feel like that's explanatory. So this is what's going to show up in here. Licenses, which is the next thing. We can see what kind of licenses she has. And the first thing is Microsoft Power Automate free. What this is basically, I think this is free for everybody who is part of Microsoft, I think. But basically what it does, it helps you get organized and automate certain tasks within your organization or for yourself. So that's what that's about. And then the next license we have is Office 365. So she's got access to Office 365. And interesting here, well, first of all, it says here active, right? So if it's active, that means it's working. It's kind of self-explanatory, something to keep in mind. Let's say she says, I no longer have access to Office 365. Well, you can see the state here. It says active. Well, you could say, well, yeah, it's working. Or it could say not active or whatever. And then we have enabled services. And that basically how many parts of the Office 365 she has access to, meaning additional license. Well, let's click what that looks like. So we click on this, and we can see the things that she has access to, right? And these are all things, basically. These are all part of the license. So she has all the access to all of this stuff as long as she's set up to have access to these things, right? So they're all here, and we can turn it on or off. They're on by default, looks like. And, if we want to disable something for her, if we no longer want her to manage Teams, we can simply just select off. Be like, sorry, Sally, we can't let you manage Teams, but we're going to leave it on. That's fine.